the terminus of the popular Seaton tramway established in 1970. Its scaled-down versions of classic British trams run along the route of the former Seaton branch line. This is where the railway station used to be. It opened in March 1868 and was rebuilt in an Art Deco style by the Southern Railway in 1936. The station had an island platform which was short at 180 feet in length. There was an engine shed and a water tower and a signal box on the site. The branch line ran for much of its length along the banks of the River Axe. When the London and South Western Railway line between Salisbury and Exeter was opened in 1860, residents and business owners around Seaton saw a way to reinvigorate their town. Initially, a station was opened at Chute, 4¼ miles from Seaton. It was called Colleton for Seaton. While this was a start, locals pressed for their own branch line. After one failed attempt, they were successful, obtaining an Act of Parliament for the Seaton and Beer Railway in July 1863. The company had an authorised capital of £36,000. The Act also included powers to construct a bridge over the River Axe, linking nearby Axmouth to Seaton and the railway. The bridge was opened in April 1877 and was constructed of concrete and is believed to be one of the first bridges of its type in the UK. Contracts for the railway work were awarded, but progress was slow. The London and South Western agreed to work the line, which opened in March 1868. There were 5 trains each way each weekday and 2 intermediate stations, the first of which was here at Colliford. The original Colliford station was demolished to make way for a tramway passing loop and a siding, and just the old Gents WC remained, although this has long since been decommissioned. Former Southern Railway concrete fencing remains by the level crossing. The line was steam-operated for almost all its life, with M7 tank engines working the line with auto trains from the 1930s onwards. Diesel multiple units only being introduced in November 1963. On summer Saturdays there was considerable extra traffic on the line, with 2 locomotives together operating 9-coach trains and through coaches to and from London. And so to Colleton, where the original station building is still in use as the tramway gift shop and restaurant. There used to be a signal box here in Southern Railway days. The trams you see here today are 1/2 or 2/3 scale models, working on rails 2 foot 9 inches apart. They moved here in 1970 after a decade or more running along the seafront at Eastbourne. Today, the trams only run as far as Colleton from Seaton. From here on, the track bed is overgrown, but you can still see the remains of a couple of road bridges as we approach the junction with the Waterloo to Exeter main line. In the 1950s, fewer people used the trains as road transport grew in popularity. The Seaton branch line declined substantially and was finally closed on the 7th of March 1966. Today, the route is marked by this line of trees as we approach the main line connection, which was called Seaton Junction from 1869. Today, the railway station name lives on, but the station building itself is awaiting redevelopment. Opened in 1860, it became a junction in 1868 and was extended and improved by the Southern Railway in 1927. Through main tracks were installed, with the platform lines on loops. There was a new branch platform which Seaton trains could use without fouling the main line, which had been a problem here since the branch had opened 60 years earlier. One of the concrete station footbridges is still in place, carrying a footpath. and now hourly trains between Exeter and Waterloo still pass through Seaton Junction on the single remaining track.